What's up, chat? Just another day trying not to get
This
my
is the
bucket filled.
story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 426.
I don't like how the story don't include my bucket.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
bucket.
memo. Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked. No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is
This nigga tripping,
on
thinking
your
I don't know what the bucket
understanding
is.
is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
I will, bitch.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
Everything I don't know.
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Nah. Correct.
Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 2. Is this a bucket? Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 3. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a bucket.
I know. Tractor.
Item 4. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one. Is this a bucket?
Correct.
Correct. This is a bucket. Item 6. Is this a bucket? Trick question. Both. Gotcha. Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere. Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless, is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go. What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket? My God, I had no idea. How could... except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Thank God, Chan, let that nigga take my bucket.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Fuck, I never seen this man.
Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten.
YN.
Please, stop. Really?
Of course.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Look where I'm at now.
Listen carefully. This is
another doors.
Stanley walked through the red door.
The green ones are the best.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures.
Oh, yeah, I got to kill myself. That's why.
Was it worth ruining the entire story written out specifically for you?
You're not good.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third
Yeah, the third door.
This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Ooh, new version of the game. Ooh, with the leaderboard. Ooh.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
3.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Oh yeah,
You wouldn't mind
fucking
taking a look
Rocket
at it,
League.
would you? Perfect.
Hell yeah,
Let me boot it
that's why I
up.
did this shit.
In this game,
Oh yeah,
the
no,
baby
that
crawls
baby
left
game.
towards danger.
Fuck.
You click the button to move him back to the
You wanna
right,
play the dead
and
baby
if he
game?
reaches the fire, you fail. It's a
The
very
dead-
meaningful
the baby
game,
needs you
all
not
about
to
the
die.
desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I
Well,
think the artwork
if you don't press
will
X, so
really
that baby
take
gonna die.
notice.
Well, you
But
gotta
of
wait.
course, the
You gotta wait.
message
The
of the
game not
game
started
only
yet.
becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4
You
hours
say
of play
you gotta
to
play
make
it for
sure
4
it's
hours straight.
effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Help the baby. Press X. You gonna let the baby die? Look at that damn baby.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Rocket League. Oh man, I'm a creeping tower.
Ah, fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted, erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity.
Bro, someone
So
pedophile
far,
in the
I
tower.
love everything about this game, Stanley.
Bro, someone
And it
pedophile in
seems
the
there's
tower.
even more. Come, let's venture outward
That's my
and see
life,
what
I'm a
else is
pedophile.
out there.
Huh? You said why do people play about shit like that? I don't think either enlisted. They said I'm just a creep.
No, it can't
Probably a
be.
creep.
Well, I don't like this headboard.
Creep.
Okay.
It is. It's
I
an
don't like
open world
playing
game.
about
Good
child
God, quickly
pornography,
block it off.
pedophilia. I don't like nothing about that.
Ugh.
I really experienced
Thank
that.
goodness, Stanley. What a close call.
Yeah.
Really wandered off into that
Just
thing.
You know, you
That
need
big
to
open,
experience a
just wandering
toothbrush.
around, no right
That's
or
a
wrong
toothpaste, because your
directions,
breath
no
smells like
path to
shit.
follow. You
My
can
breath
just
smells
go
good
in
today.
any.
Look at
Your breath smells like shit right now.
No, it don't.
Yeah, it
Thank
do.
heavens we avoided it. We're out of the box now,
Oh!
Stanley. Okay,
Bro,
I'm
my
going
breath
to
don't
get us
smell the
started.
same. Let me smell your
Let's
shit.
find another
Because I
game.
know your shit's really
Preferably
lamb.
something with rules. Something
Yeah,
with
your shit's
rules.
really lamb. And you didn't even brush your shit today.
Insurmountable.
Just burn.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Holy shit, I'm playing a new game.
Holy shit, where the
It's
fuck is the
Rocket
lighter?
League.
Wonderful.
Rocket League.
See, this is exactly what I had in
Look.
mind.
Where's the
Just
lighter?
a
Rocket
nice
League.
big box for you to
Why you
look
always
around
touching my
in.
glasses
There
like you
isn't
don't got
any
no fucking
possibility
sense
that
in
you
your
could get
life?
lost here. Now
I just put
this
some off
is
the
game
that's all.
design. Stanley, if you manage to get
Because
lost
I
in
need
this
to see
game,
two
I
bits.
will be phenomenally impressed.
You gave me your blindness when you fucked me.
Tell that bitch I'm a...
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's
Here.
see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of
Yeah,
some
no,
kind back
Gracie
here.
right there.
Is this game sports ball?
Yeah.
Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the
I can
bases and
really
do a
see what your
touchdown
glasses on. That's
together.
crazy.
Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
I'm playing Rocket League game. Look. Mm. Mm.
Isn't there a game like that with cars?
It's called Rocket League. This is Rocket League. I'm playing right. We're playing right now. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun?
How you let
Is
me
it
play
better
a
than my
game in
miserable
front of
little
me?
story that I worked so hard
You
on?
gotta be.
Stanley, I have a thought.
You
And
thought
I
you beat the
realize I'm
game,
not a
nigga. I really beat. Look at
sportsologist,
me.
But if one ball
I'm playing a whole new
generates
game,
a certain
nigga.
amount of raw
Around
adrenal
shit.
pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports
Hold on, you about to give me
experience.
more
I'm
balls
going to
now.
try it out. Here comes another ball.
Holy shit, he's giving me another ball. I never got this far.
Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel
Oh my
amazing,
god.
doesn't it?
2 balls.
Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable.
He's going to put more balls in
More
it.
balls.
More balls. Holy shit, there's balls everywhere. Balls. Hell yeah. I never even got this far. Last time I fell down a hole. Oh shit, I'm about to
Are you
score
enjoying
chat.
this, Stanley?
Hell yeah, I'm
Having
enjoying it.
fun? Is this a real video game?
I just
Well, I
scored.
sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
It's over.
That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes.
Fuck
You
you,
get to
bitch.
have fun when I let you.
Fuck you, narrator.
Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you.
They think I'm
Without
about to fall in
rules
a
or
hole
boundaries,
again.
Video
Nope.
games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I am
Not falling in a hole this
structure.
time.
I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So goodbye, Stanley. I'm
Fuck
leaving.
you, bitch.
See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules.
Fuck
Somehow,
you.
I don't think you'll enjoy it.
Bring
as
my
much.
balls
Who
back,
knows?
bitch.
You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After
Sure
all,
will.
you're the one who knows best.
Sure do.
Take
I'm
care,
cool.
Stanley.
I'm having fun, bitch. Fuck you. Hey. Hey, I ain't even let my bitch play Rocket League. Fuck, now you
No
think
balls because you're a lame ass.
he think we ain't having fun without him, huh? Wee. I guess ain't shit to do but jump in the hole, alright?
Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
We're in the background. Did you jump this far?
Mm-hmm. They come and get you.
Why is it so dull? Are you trying to scare me? Where the fuck?
They come and get you. There's the narrator guy.
Stop! You're pissing me off. You made me yell.
That's everybody sleeping in his house. You yelling at him.
You're pissing me off. Well, you're actually scaring me, bitch. Look, I made it somewhere.
Yo, you did. Probably about to find your room. 427. What the fuck is that to the left? To the right. Ah!
How'd you know I was gonna find room 427? Did you know?
I wonder what he found.
Bro, stop fucking
If what he
playing
wanted
around.
was to be the leading man in
You're
his
not
own
hitting
story, well, perhaps he's found it. Down in wherever he is right
Where's my
now.
Milky Way?
I wonder if he's happy with his
And my
choice,
tea.
and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon.
Bro,
Very soon.
your time is up, nigga.
I can
I want that shit. I want to do the one in there. I know what to do. I went to the wrong shit. I did the wrong shit. I'll show you some new shit.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I got a friend. You don't let him
decided to go to the
I got a
meeting.
bug out.
Perhaps he had simply
Literally.
missed a memo.
I gotta leave him though. Can't bring him with me. There's no buckets where I'm going.
Stanley came to a set of
No
two
buckets
open
allowed.
doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
What's
You
his
ever had a
name?
smiley?
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the
Yo,
first
you
open
and your
door on his
fucking
left.
baby, when y'all look over like this, y'all look like dogs.
Stanley was so
When
bad
dogs
at
do their
following
side eye.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years
So
ago.
tell me.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really.
I decided to jump
I
off the
realize
bit.
that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing
Jump
but
off.
you
Why did you
all
jump
this
off?
time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration
You
for
never went
others?
this way?
Are you that
Right, I
convinced
have
that I
now,
want something
but
bad
I
to
was
happen
showing
to
you
you?
that shot.
Why? I don't know how to convince
Oh,
you.
I
of
can't
this,
bring my
but
bucket
I
in this
really
room.
do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
When you go
Now
through the blue
listen
door,
carefully,
that's
this is
where it
important.
sends you to all that
Stanley
orange shit.
walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me.
He about to
You
send me
see
in a
that
loop.
I really have wanted you to be happy all this time.
One
The
loop.
problem is all these choices. The two of us always
Two.
trying to get somewhere that isn't here.
Fruit
Running
Loops.
and
Nigga, I'm
running and
stuck.
running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you. What do we want?
On my
What
phone,
are we
on my
looking
phone.
for?
Whoa.
Here.
I like this under though.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay
So I
right
see that.
here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley,
That's where I want to be.
I feel
Chill.
happy. I actually feel happy.
Happy. Happiness. Alright, it's time to go kill myself.
No, wait. Where are you going?
This thing I didn't do yet though.
Oh no. Stay away from those
Kill.
stairs. If you
Suicide.
hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Well,
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this
Suicide.
from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
do a front flip.
No! Oh,
Oh wait,
thank God.
fuck.
You lived. You had me worried there for a moment.
I didn't do that
Don't go
before.
upstairs,
Please get
man.
back
Go
to the
out
other
that door.
room.
Let's see what's going on out there. Bro, let's see what's going on out there. I've never
what are you
even been
doing,
this far.
Stanley?
You're selfish.
Please,
as shit.
I'm asking you not to take
You're
this
selfish,
away
you're
from me.
selfish.
I can't
let's see
go
if they
back to
let me-
what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Fuck it, as long as I got my bucket, I'm cool. I don't gotta fuck about none of that shit. My legs. He said, do a backflip.
Stanley,
He's still alive.
let's go back to the other room. Can
Okay,
you
my
do
legs
that
is
for
getting
me?
tired.
Yes. Perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
This shit beautiful. They said take your bitch places. We made it. Kijk het daar.
Let me see these. Look at this.
I'm gonna show you my 5 fingers.
I'm gonna show you how quick a beer get lit up too. I'ma swerve in this motherfucker. Whoa!
Can I just hit the weed without you being annoying?
Could you just be annoying without hitting the weed?
Alright, G Herbo. I gotta go kill myself. Cause why not trying to let me kill myself? What you seeing, son? Now my legs is like getting tired.
Perhaps not.
What the fuck? Who kid was in here? Who the fuck kid was next to the suicide room? The fuck? Yeah, my legs are so tired.
Is this really how much you dislike my game?
Throw yourself off that.
You'll throw yourself from this platform over and over
Like
to
right
be
there.
rid of it?
I
You're
can't.
literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Do a spin.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice.
Open the
after
window.
all. Well, this one is yours.
It's my last jump. What should I do? A front flip or a back flip? Call this the 24 left eye. Oh, he died.
It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Call the police.
No, careful. Yo, bro. You call me?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let me see the letter.
I don't even have it.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler Anmarines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler Anmarines. None of us can. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Ooh, I got the lighter. I'm sparking his eye with my bookie, and she don't give a fuck because she.
Bro,
Right.
you know what's crazy? Like, how would you feel if I just was like, you know, like you fucked with me through some hard times, right? And I just got everything that I wanted and just... Wouldn't that shit hurt?
Why you said that? I mean, does it sound like some fucked up shit?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
I'm looking it up.
This question would not go unanswered for long.
How to stop bomb?
Stanley suddenly realized he...
Why are y'all speaking to me like this? What am I, some kind of slut? Why are y'all speaking to me like this?
Stanley suddenly realized he nuclear dead. Your time now. Shape it better than what I had in mind. Stanley suddenly...
You're fucking lying.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control for
Speedrunning
Facility.
actually got me an achievement in Stanley.
Proof machine. Stanley
Speedrunning actually got me an achievement.
Left door or right door? Easy, right?
So now in order to get back...
Rungi.
Holy shit, I think I just gotta look up all 19 endings.
No! What are you doing? This is the story of a game named The Stanley Parable. But I don't need to tell it to you. Partly because my narrator impression isn't good enough for the likes of this video, but mainly since we already know how much of a breakthrough this game was. It gave players all wrapped up cover some edition. Either way, I hope 22 releases. Before we begin, endings do I consider the best? That's what this video is all about. And along the way, we might uncover some editions being explored as much before or since by other video games. Provided... No! What are you doing? This is the story of a game named The Stanley Parable. But I don't need to tell it to you. Partly because my narrator impression isn't good enough for the likes of this video, but mainly since we already know how much of a breakthrough this game was. It gave players choices that have never been explored as much before or since by other video games, providing insightful commentary on the continuously shifting relationship between the game and the player, all wrapped up with impeccable narration from Kevin Briding, who fits the role of the narrator perfectly. And this is all thanks to Davey Reedon, the writer of the dialogue and the story events that play out within the series. Now we have the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a 2022 re-release of the 2013 game with new content for consoles and PC. I've played every version of the Stanley Parable, and with all the new additions made to Ultra Deluxe, it got me thinking, which endings do I consider the best? That's what this video is all about, and along the way, we might uncover some additional insight into the 2013 and 2022 releases. Before we begin, let me reiterate that this is all my opinion, so don't be surprised if I place an ending somewhere you don't agree with. Also, there will be massive spoilers for every Stanley Parable title spread throughout this video, so if you haven't played any of them, I implore you to buy Ultra Deluxe and try it out for yourself. Either way, I hope you've sorted everything out on your end, because here we go, ranking every single ending from the Stanley Parable games, excluding the Half-Life 2. And we start from the bottom with number 48, the Freedom ending with the button, aka the lockdown ending. This building did not want the button to be. No other ending has...
Holy shit. Me and my bucket have to escape. Let's speed run it, bucket. Come on, fuck it. Let's speed run
Stanley
it.
decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself. A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door.
Did that shit say it had 48 endings? Have I been lied to? I might get a trophy. I might speed run it.
Coming to a
Beat this shit as fast as possible.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
I guess they're not gonna let me in the bucket out.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
I'm sorry, God, I'm sorry, God.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter, his one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this... Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support. What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place, not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out. How long was I sitting there? I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This is my last time playing this shit before I watch a YouTube video. I don't know.
I'm gonna get so big.
Are you?
I don't know. Whatever I just pinched in my stomach.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Touch it. Look it.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons.
Nobody
Oh,
else
hey,
sees
look,
it.
it's a new passageway.
Nobody don't know.
Kill surprise.
Nobody will know how I want to suck that fucking monster dick. You can't delete it.
Hmm? Yeah, I could.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Didn't you just do that?
Yeah, but they ain't let me leave with the bucket.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Might get a trophy
What
for trying to do it as
horrible
fast as
secret did
possible.
this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life. Their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided...
buttons. I only got to the green one. And no, I got to the blue one. I think it's a code to beat it.
Blackness.
You
and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
I'm gonna watch the YouTube video, see if it is one of the endings.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I'm about to spoil everything the fuck else.
Experiencing most of Stanley's triumph over the mind control facility, but at the very end, the giant door decides to close on. Sure, this ending subverts your expectation, but there is no good reason for it to be the antithesis of the original. What is the purpose of showing the giant door other than to give players disappointment? This was a player's first time trying the freedom ending. How much more would this disappointment be amplified? We could have gotten a cinematic of Stanley in the bucket fighting controls rather than dangling freedom in front of our faces. This has to be the laziest ending rewrite out of all involving the bucket, purely made because something different was needed here. At least we can be thankful that this ending is at the bottom of the list, as this means the rest of the endings will only get better. Number 47, the art ending. I'm sure the people who have gotten this ending are very happy with themselves, and they can take great pride in writing to other
leave early?
Huh?
You want to leave early?
Nigga, just said that. Nah, I need it later.
Ever.
I knew this motherfucker don't really want you to put that shit for 4 hours.
It is the only ending that is a time sink, requiring you to spend 4 hours in the baby game, pressing a button with the most annoying sound.
That baby, they really want you. That nigga said put the game for 4 hours, and that baby game, that nigga really wants you to play that shit for 4 hours and you get a different ending. You're tripping. Figure this out.
Am I going up front? Yes.
Huh? No, go out the bag.
No.
in to declare that he's not a table lord, and if he was, it would make the story far less interesting. That is true, but this ending doesn't do anything with that concept. It just resets Stanley to his office once the narrator has explained everything away. I really wish that there was more to this ending, for it could have scratched the same itch as the emotion boost from the 2013 demo, which you should definitely try, by the way. Number 37, the new content ending with the bucket. Just like the differences between the versions of the Parable and Colby endings, some of the dialogue is different when you take the bucket to the new content ending, but it does change how you interpret it at the point in the game that you are. Now, I originally started writing this list with this ending as one item, so just to save time I have to spend reading the script, I'll ask that you wait until we next see this ending for me to explain why it works. Number 36, the escape pod ending without the bucket. This is the first ending from 2013, and noticeably hasn't aged well when compared to its alternate version in Alternate Lux. To get this ending, you have to trigger the boss's office doors to close on you so you're outside of it. You then have to walk all the way back to the door next to Stanley's office, and then up 7 flights of stairs before reaching the escape pod. Walking all this way to then be presented with a black screen upon entering the pod is frankly disappointing, but it's a classic ending. I feel comfortable placing it above the previous bucket endings for that reason. However, as I said before, this ending did get better, and I'll reveal how later. Number 35, the coward ending. Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. A pretty simple ending, and another incredibly short one. You just close Stanley's office door and wait it out as the narrator describes your unwillingness to leave. There's some pretty insightful narration that plays, but it doesn't last for long before everything makes sense. This ending could have been something more, maybe by taking you to a different place. So for what it is, it's alright. Nothing more to say here. Number 34, the bottom of the mind control room ending without the bucket, aka the good job ending. We call this track. Good job. You made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Well done. If you're not playing Ultra Deluxe, climbing the chair in the mind control facility and dropping to the abyss below forces you to softlock the game. But if you drop down here in Ultra Deluxe, the narrator will have something to say. Without the bucket, he explains the history of this exploit and declares this a new ending. It's unfortunate that he got to name the ending while accidentally calling the mind control facility a room, but nothing can be done about it. He then lets a rock song play, which is literally called Good Job, You Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility, Well Done. This song was very clearly made as a joke, and perhaps that's too apparent. I do enjoy the path you have to take to get to the ending, as well as the narrator's witty commentary. Once again, the difference between the tone of the 2013 original and Ultra Deluxe is too strong. The same can be said for number 33, the window ending with the bucket, aka the beast ending. What are you talking about? You're a bucket! This is not the sick of this gag ending. This is a different one that happens when you bring the bucket through the window. I've placed this version of the window ending here because I don't have any strong feelings about it. The purpose of this version is to poke fun at the bucket itself. The bucket tries to reveal its past to Stanley, but he refuses to listen because a bucket should be talking. Then, in a surprise twist of fate, the bucket is about to transform into some kind of